it's really exciting getting to talk to material suppliers and module manufacturers and like actually trying to take what was just a single cell module and trying to make it on, megawatt scale. Is really exciting and definitely not something I expected to get into as a PhD student. Yeah, I'm a PhD student at Arizona State University studying material science, and I'm doing my my PhD under Zach Holman, who's also on the SunFlex team. And so I was working on the SunFlex technology, I guess before it was SunFlex, it was just a grant that we had.
Hi, my name is Kathryn Fisher, and I have been in solar since the early 2000s. I did a master's degree at the University of New South Wales in Australia.
And I'm a faculty member at ASU. I get my PhD at ASU as well.
Yeah, my name is Zachary Holman. I'm an associate professor at Arizona State University, and from my laboratory with Department of Energy, Solar Energy Technologies Office funding, a group of people, all of whom are on this call right now, spent 3 years developing the technology and protecting the intellectual property associated with it that became the foundational basis for SunFlex Solar.
How did you all come together, and how much have you enjoyed collaborating on SunFlex Solar?
So Jason and I have worked together for 6 years, Jason. Has it been that long?
Wow.
I think Jason started his PhD at the same time that I started employment, and we worked together on a different three and a half year project, also solar module based. Mm-hmm. And then it just seemed like a natural fit to continue working together on the next grant. And then Barry joined us from his previous experience in paint.
Sure.
Paint. One of the 5 solar innovations that they talk about, right? Is paint.
Right. But we needed, for this project, we needed at the initial stages anyway, we needed someone who knew about chemistry, because one of the earlier designs involved epoxy contacts rather than the laser welder contacts that we have in the current design. And so Barry seemed like a good fit, and then he learnt everything there is to know about solar modules, and just became a team, I guess.
How did you come up with this innovation? Like that it started as an idea and now it's a product and you're a finalist for this.
So the idea was actually someone else's that we had, our mentor that we had met in the first project when we were doing a marketing course. Mm-hmm. And he came up with the idea, and then we were working on the grant together, and then he had to step away for personal reasons, and we continued the grant from his idea to at least 3 different interconnect designs and materials, and a whole probably 4 or 5 different bills of material, like all of the components that go into it, that we then down selected to the design that we presented in the solar prize.
So is it something that can help me in my home, or we're talking about for companies that want to go become more green, become more solar powered? They would take on this technology more so than you would see it in a home or at Best Buy or a Home Depot kind of a thing.
So solar panels, the key metric, I guess, for solar panel manufacturers is always to get more power out of the same money, right? So they differentiate themselves from their competitors by offering a panel for the same cost that produces more power. And that is what we offer them. So our customers will be, we're thinking at the moment that our customers will be module manufacturers, and then they will sell those products onto either the residential market or the utility.
Most of the PV manufacturing is in China, as we know, and the cost is really, really low. But I think if people want to use PV generated power or the clean energy, then we definitely want to have the modules that are being made close to where you are going to apply them.
You know, reading about SunFlex Solar, you talked about that the IBC panels produce 6% more power than standard modules, but to what Jason talked about, but it's too expensive to make them. Is that what I'm understanding? And so
Yes.
what you want to do is try to bring that down.
Right. So the value proposition of SunFlex module is that we believe we found a way to make the interconnection of back contact solar cells, you know, the whole module package, cheaper than the state-of-the-art PERC cells.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a vision of being a key part of bringing manufacturing of solar modules back to the US. Not that it's gone from the US right now. There absolutely is solar module manufacturing, but we're a small fraction of the module manufacturing in the world, and most of it has gone to Asia.
What has American Made Network done for you?
I think it's really been, it made us talk to those industry people and line up vendors and line up partners to work with faster than what we would have done if we were just working on a grant, I think.
What it would mean to win, to get this additional funding for you personally, for SunFlex Solar, and any last words or anything you'd like to share?
For me personally, winning the go phase would be enormous validation. I think it would be extremely rewarding. I think it would make all of us very proud. It would show that we've taken an idea, a technology from conception several years ago, through the hard process of research, of development, of validation, and that we have the vote of confidence, the investment, the support of the Department of Energy to take it to the rest of the way to the market, where we really do think that we'll be changing American manufacturing